Welcome to our show. It's Andrew Wong.
Yep.
Editor-in-Chief and founder of Harbour Times, and of course myself, Vincent Wong, founder of Solution on Wheels. I feel absolutely embarrassed today, viewers, because Andrew told me he's going to talk to me about making babies.
Making babies?
Why do you want to talk to me about making babies?
Hey, if there was no making babies, none of us would be here. Important topic in Hong Kong, and it's.
But why do you need to talk to me? Talk to your wife about making babies.
Well, you know what?
Not me.
Because they're talking about it in LegCo today.
Oh,
in council,
right.
so
I see.
You know, there's going to be dirty talk in LegCo.
Well, not that there's anything wrong with it.
No.
Okay, but
no, there was. Otherwise, none of us would be here. I mean, so
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
so we're talking about making babies now. You know, there's a fast food company, Burger King, and I think for years their slogan was "Have it your way."
All right.
Okay. And when it comes to making babies in Hong Kong, you cannot necessarily have it your way.
I thought Wendy's also have a similar promotion strategy.
Wendy's or Burger King?
Wendy's.
Viewers, do a fact check for us. Let us know down below.
Should be Wendy's. Anyway.
So in Hong Kong, you know, and I'll preface this, one of my favorite movies of all time was a movie called Gattaca. Do you know it?
Oh, I love that
one. Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, Jude Law. I mean, fantastic, underappreciated movie, and it's about a future in which every baby is a designer baby.
Yes.
All mankind's hereditary diseases have been bred out of people.
And you have to be a designed baby in order to go to the upper class, become an astronaut,
do anything. Yeah, you know, and so the movie's about one guy whose parents did it the old-fashioned way, and this is his challenge in life. So this future is pretty much upon us. And sex selection is a big issue, and in some places it's been practiced, and in a lot of places it's been banned, including Hong Kong. Now, so they banned it in Hong Kong. That's pretty much a done deal.
So what do we need to talk about?
So what are they talking about now? Now they are talking about banning the advertising of sex selection services. So you cannot come to Hong Kong and say, you can't get sex selection services in Hong Kong, but hey, come to Taiwan or come to another jurisdiction where you can get sex selection services. So they want to ban even the advertising of it. So there's two things at play here. You know, and I get it. I get why they do this. You know, like places like even in Canada, British Columbia, people were aborting babies at a ferocious rate, and so they made it illegal for doctors to tell parents what the gender of the baby is.
Is it a good solution? That's my question, right?
Well, yeah, like there's deep moral issues at play here because like
I know.
I get the sexism thing.
I got that. But on the other hand, it's a freedom of speech thing. It's a freedom of expression thing.
Exactly.
So when we consider solution, we have to see both sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
On the one hand, is sexual discrimination. On the other hand, it's the freedom of expression at stake.
And how do you fine tune it? If we sit here and talk about, let's say we're like, I heard about the sex selection clinic in this other country. Are we going to get busted for advertising them, or is that still protected under free speech and you know the journalist media world? So there's a big issue there, and you know I normally come down on the side of free speech in pretty much all cases, and even in this one, it's like. Part of free speech is defending free speech that you don't like, right? If you don't like something, it still needs to be protected. Even if I disagree with it, I don't even think people should be talking about it. But I still, if you believe in free speech, you got to go there.
But
on the other side, but then there's a whole issue of like the fact
if you have advertising on this area, then chances that they might have some sort of agency. Sort of agency. Not exactly signing the contract for sex selection.
Right.
But consultation services.
Yeah.
Referral services.
Sure.
Which is the gray area of the entire statutory system, right?
Yeah.
So and Hong Kong is one of the most easiest place to get by.
Yeah.
You fly in, you fly out.
Yeah.
You get the consultation services, they transfer you to another clinic.
You're in the business.
So
even if it's not actually happening.
Once you have the advertising, then you may bring in businesses you don't want.
Yep.
Yeah. You see, that's the dilemma of it.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody is all for free speech, but on the other hand, there are consequences on that one. So.
And I think one of the consequences, I'd be interested to find out if more people are aborting fetuses after finding out the gender because they didn't have access to this kind of technology. They're like, we'll half make it and then maybe terminate it if it's not the one we want. You know, as father of two daughters, you know, I don't know why people have such strong preferences. I think it's kind of crazy, but...
You mean everybody loves girls, right?
I do. I love mine. They're fantastic. But
anyway...
here's another big moral issue.
Yeah.
The right to control your own body. You know, if you think about a system in which people have individual rights, the first and foremost right that you have is control over your own body. And for a woman, you know, it might mean, and especially then you're going to make another person. I mean, that's like a double.
Yep.
So there's an issue there about being able to control what happens in your own body, and the Hong Kong government's been like, nah, that's an option we'd rather you don't have. And we don't even want you to be able to find out about it, even though the mother they can't control that.
It's kind of like the other side of the pro-choice debate, right?
Yeah.
Abortion
absolutely.
or not, right?
Yeah.
But you're talking about sex selection or not. It's the other side, if giving birth, rather than like killing the fetus.
Yeah. I mean,
Anyway.
so these are pretty heavy topics, and we'd be interested to hear what you have to say. But today, keep an eye on LegCo, because they'll be discussing this. And, you know, we're not even getting to the practicality how in a world with the internet, how can you stop people finding out?
I have a solution for all of you to like comment in the section below.
Yeah.
I think we should protect freedom of expression.
Yeah.
So I think such advertising should not be banned completely.
Yeah.
Nor it is any wiser to put restriction on such ad.
Yeah.
It's actually a very bad compromise.
Yeah.
You either ban it altogether or you just allowed it. On the other hand, if we are worried about such consultation services or bringing in businesses we don't want, then it's not the law should do it. It's the execution arm should check it out.
How do you mean?
Should prevent it. I mean, if such...
there should be a regulatory framework.
No, not regulatory framework.
Okay.
If Hong Kong has to ban choosing sex selection, then actually any shops that leads to that might have a case to prosecute against it.
Oh yeah. Or be prosecuted.
So they should bust those consultation services. They should find a way to bust those shops and bring the case to court and let the court to decide.
That's what this legislation's about, isn't it?
Yeah. But not the advertising.
Right.
I think if they have set up shops but no advertising is allowed, then they can still do investigation.
Yeah. Well, people are still gonna, if people really want it, they're gonna seek it out.
Yes, but
there's a practicality.
Yeah, but I don't think having a law banning the advertising is the right way to go.
Yeah. I would agree with that, but on more freedom of speech issues.
Yeah, I prefer freedom of speech, but if you think that such business they're going for the gray area, then it's an execution issue. It's a different thing.
Of course, in an ideal world, people wouldn't be so sexist about it. People say there are legitimate reasons, but I mean,
anyway.
I guess the thing is we're very close to the Gattaca future.
Yeah, let me know what do you think about our analysis and suggestions and ideas, and leave your comments below. And with that, I have to thank the good work by Mr. Andrew Work.
Hey, glad that you're always looking for great solutions, Vincent.
All right, see you tomorrow.